All steam locomotives have boiler cladding bands, even streamline locomotives do. What most manufacturers provide in an etched brass kit is brass shim, which has to be soldered on. That's very, very hard. Those with white metal boilers, usually the boiler bands are part of the casting, although very often they are too thick. By far the easiest way, in my opinion, is to use PVC, black PVC tape. Now what I've done is just stretch a strip of the PVC tape onto a piece of brass, and I'm going to cut strips. Now I don't really measure this, it's really a question of if it looks about the right width, but you can cut dozens and dozens and then pick which you think are the best. What you have to do first is give yourself a straight edge, because the edge of the tape, which comes in this sort of thing, has been guillotined off, I imagine, and it's anything but dead straight. It will also have little whiskers from the package or where you've put it down on the bench. I'm using a brand new blade and a Stanley knife. You can use the Swan Morton, although the Stanley knife, because it's heavier, will give an easier cut. So the first cut is just to take off that slightly ragged edge. And then peel that off. And throw it away. And then, again, without any science being involved, it's about 1 millimeter, I think. The safety rule, by the way, stops you slashing your fingers, which is very, very easily done. That's about right. So I'm just teasing this up. And what you have to do is just tease it through. It will stick to tweezers and fingers far better than it sticks to the model, but that's just a case in point. You can push it around into position. Now, in order to prevent bruising the tape, I'm using the end of a cocktail stick. But you just push it into position. What it does do when you've peeled it off is stretch, and it will return to its original size. So what you have to do is not cut it to length immediately. That's happened. It will go back on itself. You will swear. It's still easier than soldering on. Push it into position. And I hope you can see there that already that is starting to look like the boiler band. The reason I say leave it long is because this will shrink back. By taking it off the piece of brass, what's happened is it's stretched and it needs to shrink back. When it's shrunk back, it takes about half an hour, you just nick off the ends with the Swan Morton blade. Curved blade, because you can get a rocking action. So there you go. Another one there, and another one there.